Hi! So today I wanted to do something different for this Atelier Wen video, and it just so happens that I am on vacation right now in Taiwan, and so I'm taking you with me. Taiwan has always been a second home to me. My grandparents on both sides left mainland China back in the 40s or 50s for political and economic reasons. Some of my relatives have settled in Taiwan, and some of us moved to the Philippines, so we often come to Taiwan to visit. As a kid, even though we studied Mandarin in school, I never really picked it up. My brain just emptied out everything after memorizing for the exams. I also couldn't speak Hokkien, so I pretty much avoided older Chinese people, so I didn't have to go through the shame of them finding out that I couldn't understand them, like I was some third-generation imposter. And that has always been a source of insecurity for me because it felt like I wasn't enough, like something was missing. So I avoided situations that would trigger that feeling of shame. I did a Taiwan study tour at 14 to learn Mandarin, but that was only 6 weeks, which barely helped. But then when I was 28 and in between jobs, I decided to come back to Taiwan to study Mandarin for 6 months, which really improved my skills. I'm still far away from being fluent now, but it does feel like I'm slowly unlocking a piece of myself as I continue to work on it. So I came across Atelier Wen sometime in 2019. It's a watch brand from mainland China, and not the same as Taiwan, but with a shared history and language. This brand stuck to me because I love the idea of celebrating Chinese culture and craftsmanship in watches, especially in an industry where people look down on Chinese watches. Hopefully, that will soon change. Also, my Chinese name is Wen, which happens to be the same word as the logo of Atelier Wen, so I felt like I was meant to have this, you know? Unfortunately, I missed out on the Porcelain Odyssey watches, and I've regretted it ever since. Luckily, the Perception came out I think in 2022. Even though it was around 3,000 US and beyond what I normally spend on watches, I really do believe that this is an important piece of art that I could not pass up on. So to me, it was well worth it. The copper dial is hand-turned by the sole guilloche master in China, Master Cheng Yucai, and copper is a tough material to work with, and there's a very low margin of error. One wrong slip and the whole thing gets thrown away. The handmade nature of the dial is why it's made in limited batches. Finally, I was able to get my own in July 2023. I told myself that this was the last watch I'm going to buy, and I'm pretty happy that my exit watch was something I considered to be meaningful. So why did I think it was worth getting? First, it's a work of art on the wrist. I know art is very subjective and it means something different for everyone. But with the level of mastery, creativity, and focus needed to create this guilloche copper dials, I'm proud to have it on my wrist. Comparing it with other independent watchmakers, I think the price that it's at right now is still a bargain. The base models come with fish scale guilloche patterns in blue, copper, and gray, and the case and bracelet come in 904 stainless steel, and right now they're at $3,288 US. The limited edition collabs come in different colors and patterns and uses titanium bracelets. With the demand, it seems the prices are slowly climbing up from its pre-selling price of $2,000 in 2022. Second reason, it's the attention to detail. The dial, while manually hand-turned, looks perfectly symmetrical. The case and bracelet design is not only irregular, but the polished chamfering along the edges catches the light and adds to the whole dynamism of the watch. As for the movement, they work with the Tantong Peacock Watch Factory to create a customized, extra-thin SL1588 automatic movement, which to me shows commitment to the vision of what they wanted to achieve. Third reason, it's the classically Chinese theme. While I couldn't speak Chinese, I did grow up with a lot of classical Chinese imagery where I lived. The way the case curves is reminiscent of the roof in Chinese architecture. The chapter ring has a Hui Wen pattern, which is also seen in Chinese architecture. On the case back, there's the Shi Shi Zi, or stone guardian lion, which is usually seen in pairs at the entrance of temples or homes to guard the people within. There's so much more Chinese details on this watch that I'm afraid I'm not eloquent and knowledgeable enough to discuss. And fourth reason, the bracelet. I love the way the brushed screw-link bracelet shimmers whenever I do a wrist roll. For me, the bracelet is very comfortable and it doesn't pinch. The really cool part for me is the on-the-fly adjustment. Just press the logo and adjust. These past few years in my watch journey, there were plenty of times I bought something just because I thought it was cool, but obviously with the amount of watches in my collection, I didn't need them. So I pretty much regretted getting so many. But then I think I had to go through this just to find something which I considered meaningful or connected to what I wanted in life. Which is why I think this Atelier Wen watch is the final watch I'm buying. I guess what I'm trying to say with me sharing about this watch is that I hope you get to pursue what's meaningful to you, not necessarily having to buy an item. It could be learning something new, or strengthening relationships with people, pursuing whatever childhood dream you have, and also letting go of what's no longer serving you. And with that, thank you for making it all the way to the end, and bye for now.